Hey guys, so if you're watching this video right now, there's a chance that I've sent you a link to it and you're in some sort of trial program or personal training program that I'm developing for you. And right now, I'm getting ready to work into chest. I just finished up back exercises, but I'm also gonna show you a couple different exercises and get them to you so you have a good idea of how they should be done. I've seen bench press and deadlift to be done the worst in the most atrocious ways. There's one guy that goes to one of my gyms that I go to who really comes to mind with this, and I hope at some point in time he sees this, because if there's a chance he might figure out who I'm talking about. But right now I'm going to get into bench press. I'm just going to do a simple warm up, and you're going to hear a voiceover of what exactly I'm doing. I'm going to go through the setup, the foot placement. I'm going to use different angles of the camera and just set it in different places, that way you guys can see what I'm doing. How I'm going to arch my back, so you have four main points of contact. Your feet to the ground, okay? Your butt. You arch your back a little bit. You roll your shoulders back, so you're not benching like this, because then you're using a lot of your shoulders, and if you flare out like this, that can cause shoulder impingement. You roll your shoulders back, as you guys can see here, what I'm doing, or whichever clip I'm using. And then your head on the pad, on the bench, for the bench press. I'm going to show you guys exactly how I set up. Okay, starting with my feet, I like to keep my feet a little bit wider, my toes tucked in, or along with my heels, and then going back, my butt's on the pad. I'm going to arch my back, going down, tuck my shoulders back. So when you come down, you want to make sure your shoulders are tucked back. You just saw my shoulders regular, just in a natural neutral position, just kind of relaxing. You want to tuck your shoulder blades, bring your scapula back like you're trying to squeeze a magic marker between your shoulder blades, okay? Eyes at bar level or bar eyes level. Hands around a shoulder width, depending on what kind of press you're trying to do, whether it's like a guillotine, we're not going to get into that. There's something like a narrow grip to isolate triceps, we're not going to get into that right now. But determine what your goal is with your bench. Keep your shoulders back, lift the bar up. And it's really important that when you're benching, you want to keep your shoulders back to isolate your chest and to take out the risk of shoulder impingement or any other shoulder injury. You want to maintain all 4 points of contact. So you got your feet, you got your butt, you got that small arc in your back, you've got your shoulders, and you've got your head. A lot of people, when they're benching, they bring their head up like this, and that takes their spine out of a neutral alignment. You want to keep your head back and actually use it as a force of contact when you're pushing. So if you're bringing your head up, you're already at a neutral position. You're out of alignment. A lot of people will keep their head back, which is the proper way to do it, and use that as a force of contact to help drive more power. Okay? So when you're actually bringing the bar down, what you want to do is bring it down at about a 45-degree angle to your low chest and bring it back up. Taking the risk of shoulder injury out, for the most part, if you're doing it correctly. So you can see my arms maintaining about a 45-degree angle here. I'm going to spread my arms a little bit more. Shoulders are staying back. Bring it down, bring it back up. Bring it down, bring it back up. Do about 30 reps to get warm. And do not use suicide grip, which is what you saw me using just a bit ago. You want to use a regular grip, because this is what's called suicide grip. If you drop this, it's just going to roll off your hand. You want to be able to catch that or hold on tight to it.